can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my players started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it.
The scene is being... Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this DA. Well, point forwards and big guards in demand. DA, you're right. Thank you. And checking out Utah's opening lineup. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at small forward. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. Now here's Morant. That shot off. Good work defensively by Conley.
And purely from a physical standpoint, John Morant has it all. The height, the long arms, the frame to put on more weight. And few players are more explosive athletically. Some power coming from the PG.
That's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Fast break, here come the Jazz. Here's Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
You can see Donovan Mitchell's speed and ability to get separation in transition. He is dangerous out there.
And with Morant, you not only get the physical attributes, Greg, you get the mental toughness and awareness.
Yeah, this kid loves to compete. The bigger the game, the bigger he plays. I think we're looking at a potential all-NBA performer when it's all said and done. And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Ingles can't get it to go.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. To the paint, stolen by Brooks. And it's Memphis on the break. And it's Morant missing. Ingles finds Mitchell. Back to Ingles. From about 16. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Morant. A rebound by Mitchell.
Well, this has not been a quarter to remember for this guy. He looks completely flustered.
Here's Ingles. And the rejection by Jackson.
Just one made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Grant. And another miss by Memphis.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. Could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
George Niang, he's checked in for Utah. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Donovan Mitchell. Passes it to Melton. 1:56 left to play in the first quarter. Shoots, 5 to shoot, and Memphis with another turnover here. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Some changes for Memphis. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Grayson Allen subbed in for Brooks. Then for the Jazz, Davis comes in for O'Neal, and Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Here's Davis, and the rejection by Jang.
Well, the timing, a very natural aspect of what Gorgie Zhang does on the defensive end.
No good from Clark.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here's Clarkson, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
The Grizzlies trail by 3. Pass to Jang, lets it fly. The rebound by Niang. And it's Moutier with the ball. He brings it up for Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. 44 seconds left here in the first quarter. Here's Niang. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
One of the most voracious rebounders per minute in the NBA. Ed Davis out of North Carolina. Terrific player.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. He put in a ton of time in the weight room. His Portland teammates actually used to tease him and call him shirt off Ed. He has bulked up and likes to throw his weight around inside now.
Here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated trying to get a way to stop him.
And the pass to Gobert. Here's Niang. Back to Gobert. With 1 on the clock. Niang. No good on the last second attempt there. And we reach the end. During his tenure in Utah, Coach Quinn Snyder is quick.
Very key to have a coach like that.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Jazz here in this one?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
Morant nailing at the guard spots. Gorgie Dang is out there with Clark. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Now here's Moutier. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Davis with the bucket.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, "I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it." And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. DA, thank you. Just 4 to shoot. Niang passes to Clarkson. Goes back up. And it's Davis missing. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Morant with a wide open look. Hits the jumper in space. Morant's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
And the playmaking of Joe Ingles, such a valuable asset for the Jazz.
Well, Greg, they've needed more shot creation, and his growth in that regard, especially operating in the pick and roll, such a big lift to their offense.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Here's Anderson, and that one is good. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night.
Boy, that play developed just the way they wanted, and Valanciunas made sure they got the bucket. What a tremendous pass.
Davis, and that one clearly a foul, gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see. Here's Melton after Ed Davis's score. Valanciunas passes to Melton. Here's Jackson. No good that time. So Utah will take it the other way.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Mitchell. 11 points for him in that last game against Oklahoma City.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And the Utah Jazz, not exactly a magnet for big-name free agents, Greg, but for their young star, Donovan Mitchell, it has been a perfect fit.
They needed a scorer. He's played big minutes from day one and really thrived in that role.
Morant, he's checked in for Memphis. Now here's Morant. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Morant with it, over by Conley, the 19-foot shot, and it's Morant missing.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And then Mitchell with the dunk.
How about the athleticism of Donovan Mitchell? 6'3", but boy, can he get off his feet.
Here's Morant. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Morant. Jazz have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Mitchell finds Davis. Grizzlies with the rebound. 55 seconds left to play in the first half. Good. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter.
Sometimes you just wonder, how did Morant see that guy? The vision is special.
Here's Mitchell. The shot, no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Pass to Morant. Anderson trying to free himself up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Michael Conley picks one up.
And this kid, Ja Morant, came out of nowhere, under-recruited in high school, showed some promise in that first year of college, but boy, did he blow up.
Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Ed Davis.
And as good as Morant's been, there's still plenty of upside. One of the younger players to enter the draft in 2019.
The Jazz shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. For Utah, they have shot 67% from the line tonight, going 4-6.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
Boy, this is as exciting a combo guard as there is in the NBA. Donovan Mitchell's craftiness, his assertiveness, all of those things make this guy special.
Brooks finds Anderson. And Valanciunas now atop the key. Back to Brooks. Fires from deep. Drains the three-pointer. Brooks has got 8. Conley with the 3. And it is good at the buzzer. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of the period, they held a 4-point. And that's...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Donovan Mitchell really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3.
Boy, that is just too easy. As Gobert gets this close, forget about it.
Well, the Grizzlies' coaching search took 2 months. They finally settled on Taylor Jenkins, a former assistant coach with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Jenkins, with an economics degree from Penn, fits the young academic profile of this Memphis front office. Worked for the Spurs 6 years as an assistant under Mike Budenholzer, who was the coach of the year in 2019. That pedigree helped him get the job. Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Here's Brooks after the basket by Utah. Memphis moving it around. Outside for Jackson. Just 3 to shoot, and it's in there. Jazz leading by 4. Gobert, the pass to Ingles. Over Valanciunas. Again, the Jazz score.
Well, I'll tell you, if you play off Joe Ingles, he is going to make the catch-and-shoot jump shot. You better be there on the catch.
Brooks from outside. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are real.
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Valanciunas, and he uses the glass on the layup. Valanciunas has got 5.
Oh, efficient scoring in the post. Just one of the reasons Valanciunas is out there.
Bucket is good. O'Neal's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for the Jazz.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Left side, Anderson. There's the dish to Valanciunas. Jackson in the corner to the wing right side. Here's Melton. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
A different look for Utah. George Niang, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Clark. Gobert finds Ingles. Now here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And now this game's taken on a whole new feel since halftime.
What energy we're seeing. Something has lit a fire under both of these teams.
Here's Melton. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Clark for 3. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Utah leading by 5. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Gorgie Dang. Kyle Anderson comes in for Grayson Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. And yes, it's good.
And for a great shooter, Morant really works for high percentage shots. Loves to take it inside.
To the inside. Here's Gobert. And he gets the bucket. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
And Anderson gets it to go.
Boy, when he's this deep, it's going to be tough to stop him, especially with a smaller defender.
Niang kicks to Ingles. He feeds it to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Boy, what a game. A dominant game from the big man. Rudy Gobert is a force right now in the middle.
And Clark slams it in.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Feeds it to Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Electric in the air. There's a certain energy that Morant generates that others simply don't have.
Nice shot by Gobert.
Well, the defense has been lackluster out of the locker room, and that is why they are finding themselves in a tough spot.
And then Clark slams it in.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Stolen by Jackson. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
The Grizzlies making a change here. Brooks checked in. The Jazz also changing it up. Royce O'Neal's checked in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell comes in for Clarkson. And it's Conley in for Emmanuel Mudiay. And that one, good.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
And that one's good. Morant.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Pass to O'Neal. And here is Conley. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. 3 seconds left. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Grizzlies lead by 1. Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Clark is out there with Jackson, and it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. Knocked loose, and it's Memphis on the break. And that one's good by Clark. Clark's got the lead up to 3 now for the Grizzlies.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Ingles passes to Gobert. Count it, and the foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
You know, put a rough first half behind him. He's absolutely crushing it here in the second.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Grizzlies.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Boy, gentlemen, you just love to see that aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get after it.
Ingles kicks to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Mitchell. O'Neal against Anderson. Clock at 4. Pass to Ingles. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. From outside, off the mark. And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. But Greek Freak and Gobert probably go first and second in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
And he can't hit the second.
You know, he couldn't make all of them, and they'll have to settle for just a 1-point lead.
He gets that one. 14 points for Donovan Mitchell.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
That's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And that one's good, Morant.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And foul. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out.
Well, Rudy Gobert showing a bit of an edge on the interior. This guy, if he goes up strong, the defense is going to have to whack him to contain him.
And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Here's Morant. Now the feed to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
And the first thing I thought of, confidence from Clark. Knows his team needs a bucket and goes out and gets it.
Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Ingles. Pops in the layup for 2.
My goodness, Joe Ingles, the poise and on point in a big-time moment.
Clark, the pass to Morant. All alone. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Morant's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. For Utah, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. Gobert, the pass to Conley. Kicks it to Ingles. Here's Gobert. Rebounded by Valanciunas. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. Anderson outside. It's Morant in the corner. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And it's Morant missing. From deep three-point range, O'Neal misses.
If you want to cut into a lead, you have got to trust your teammates and move the ball.
A nice shot by Anderson.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
Here's Mitchell. Off target with his 3. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And Anderson has it in the corner. Pass to Brooks. Yes, that goes in. And now it's a 9-point Grizzly lead.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. The Jazz working the ball around now. Ingles can't get it to go. And here are the Grizzlies now. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. And Anderson has it in the corner. Clark, the pass to Valanciunas. Here's Morant. Count that bucket.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt, GA. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
charge in my alley. Ooh, charge to the game like it's credit. Your team crowd need an edit. Yeah, I see face and credit. Hold up, ooh, that's dead. Need a minute, need a plan to revive. Let's get a shot pressing. Nice said what I said. They got like 20 moves and like 100 problems.
Salt Lake City, Utah. We are up. Thanks, DA. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And the starting group for the Spurs. Murray out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And the shot goes in from Rudy Gobert. Well, Smitty, for players and teams that are out of the playoff hunt, how do they stay motivated here to go the rest of the season every night, every practice, every trip?
And I think that's when the organization, your captains, your coaches, you got to talk about being a pro. Sometimes you lose focus. You're not in the playoffs, and maybe your team that was supposed to be or not slated to be in the playoffs, you still are a professional. You have to have a professional approach.
Mitchell looking it over. Back to O'Neal. Kicks it to Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Here's O'Neal. Gobert trying to get open. No good on the 3. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Mavericks. And it's White missing.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
Gobert the pass to O'Neal. Nice ball movement by Utah. It's off his leg. And the ref's whistling a kick ball. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Mitchell outside. Lets the 3 fly. It doesn't go for him. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Hold on! You got to buckle up on that one. I love the vision by DeMar DeRozan. He found the wide open teammate.
Mitchell kicks to O'Neal. Pass to Conley. Here's Ingles. He dishes it to O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Conley with the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Murray dishes to Pirtle. Murray against Conley. Murray the pass to Pirtle. Just 4 to shoot. Over Gobert. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Conley. He's really stood out for them over the past month, averaging 15 points a game, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Pass to Clarkson. He kicks it to Moutier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
And now a look at Rudy Gobert here. Since the break, he's been simply stellar. First in shooting percentage, 7th in blocks, and don't forget top 20 in the league in rebounds per game. He's got a great nose for the ball.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. The Jazz with another miss. Spurs have gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
And Smitty, as tough as they are on D, the Jazz have been middle of the pack offensively. How do they improve there?
You know, GA, they can be a top 10 offense. The two things that have held them back are turnovers and poor free throw shooting.
Here's the pass to Moutier. Clarkson bounce pass. Here's Gobert. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
The evolution of Gobert's offense, much more fluid now at that end.
Here is Forbes. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 52 seconds left here in the opening quarter. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. Mills, that's a two-pointer. That's short off the rim.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Passes to Clarkson. Moutier with the ball. Right wing. And Gobert kicks to Niang. A miss that time. Would have put him up. The Spurs have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. The shot by Bellinelli. No good.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
Here's Davis. The shot goes down and gets this game back to even.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Gay on the jam by Rudy Gay.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. It's the Spurs. They lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back.
He's one of my favorite players growing up.
And you know, Conley, maybe not the size of Peyton, but Greg, he's always taken the challenge defensively.
And you can see how much of an influence the glove had on Conley. He plays a lot like him on that end.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. Rudy Gay is out there with Zeller. Then there's Bellinelli, and it's Mills, and it's Forbes, and at the shooting guard. Here's what Utah's going with right now. Mitchell, he's checked in for Gobert, and it's Mike Conley in for Emmanuel Moutier. Spurs also with the sub, DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Patty Mills. Here is Forbes, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Gay, rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
Made that shot a little harder than it had to be. No one around him, just ride straight up and drill it.
Shot's good by Clarkson.
Terrific play. This is why you run your offense through him and live with the results.
Here's Gay. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Ed Davis.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now. A valuable wingman with incredible length.
For the Jazz, Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And Royce O'Neal sub in for Clarkson.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
So it's the Spurs now after the basket by Utah. DeRozan's shot is good.
You have to love the way DeRozan went at the rim. He knows he's at his best when he's the aggressor.
Pass to Ingles. Back to O'Neal. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Gay. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Here's Mitchell. Trying to get open is Davis.
That's nice defense by Bryn Forbes. He's a gamer. He's going to give you whatever he has.
And here's Gay. 17 points for him last game against Dallas. That's tipped.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Inside, here's Mitchell.
You know, he stands 6'3", but Donovan Mitchell's 6'11" wingspan more than compensates. He has the tools to be an elite two-way player.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Lonnie Walker comes in for Marco Bellinelli. White, he's checked in for Brent Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Rudy Gay.
You have to put DeRozan on the short list for best finishers in the NBA. He is fearless going to the rack.
Mitchell dishes to Conley. Pirtle, the pass to Murray. Left side, DeRozan. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest. And look at the physical profile for Mitchell, a world-class athlete.
And it's his aggressiveness for me that puts him over the top. Doesn't shrink from the big moments. He embraces that spotlight.
Murray against Mitchell. Murray, good. And the Spurs lead by 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Davis gets to O'Neal. Pass to Conley. And stolen by Murray. Walker the pass to Pirtle. DeRozan in the corner. Spurs passing it around. Walker's shot is off. For Utah, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. And stolen by Murray. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gobert, who's checked in for Davis. George Niang comes in for Joe Ingles. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Donovan Mitchell. And it's Mudiay in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Clarkson. 9 points last game. At the top of the key, Gobert. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. The Spurs making a switch here. Mills is checked in. There's 45 seconds left in the first half of the game. Here's Niang, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Walker goes in, down low. It's deflected. And here we go. Fast break. Mudiay's got it. The pass to Gobert. To the middle. Niang kicks to Gobert. Over Pirtle, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Gobert.
And these are the type of shots Gobert makes consistently. He knows his role well within the offense.
And a close game so far. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. And that does it for our halftime show.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. 5 on the clock. Back to Gobert. Over Gay. A putback. DeRozan with the rebound. San Antonio leading by 4. Floats it up for Walker.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Samanic. Back to Walker. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Now here's Conley. No points in the game yet for him. Ingles finds Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
I like that play by Joe Ingles. Doesn't have anything he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
Passes it to Walker from outside the arc. Rebound, Utah. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. Ingles passes to Mitchell. O'Neal. It's good on the putback.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mills with it. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Fires the 3. Good on the 3-point shot. Mills has got 5 points so far.
Nice conversion off the pick and roll. Patty with the right read takes it himself.
Mitchell against Walker. Mitchell dishes to Ingles. Unloads. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket for Mitchell. Smitty, certain guys, due to their size or just playing style, are harder to officiate than others. I've always believed
it is. I mean, back in my day, it was Shaq. How do you officiate him? Is he creating contact or he is absorbing contact? James Harden at a guard spot is one of those guys. Giannis, I also think, is one of those guys. And Russell Westbrook. Those are my guys I think that are playing right now.
They're just such different players, aren't they? I mean, they're just very difficult to officiate.
And they play through contact well.
Yes, good point. Now Mitchell, following the 3-point attempt by DeRozan. And O'Neal gets it to go.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And a wide open look for Walker. Connects from 3-point range. Walker's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Now here's Gobert. Not a lot of room. Banked in off the glass. 8 points for him.
Gobert bouncing off defenders, took a ton of contact and still scored.
DeRozan against Ingles. Now, here's DeRozan. He's guarded closely. The layup off target. The Jazz have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Mitchell kicks to Conley. The Jazz working the ball around now. Mitchell passes to Conley. O'Neal up top. Pass to Conley for the lead. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
That's just being out of sync and at the worst time. Costly.
And the Jazz with some changes. George Niang, he's checked in for O'Neal. Jordan Clarkson comes in for Mitchell. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Murray, good.
I just love this kid's fearlessness. Goes right at him. Draws contact. It doesn't matter to him.
Here's Niang. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Clarkson. And he's good on the 3-ball. Pass to Pirtle. Over to the left wing. Here's Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Good example of the new breed of point guards. Murray creates for himself as well as he creates for others.
And so Murray nails both of them. 7 seconds left in the third quarter. Niang passes to Ingles. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. It's the Spurs. They're up by 3. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl up there with Rudy Gay. Then it's White. Then there's Bellinelli. And it's Murray in at the point. Here's Niang after the basket by San Antonio. And Gobert kicks to Niang. And that one is off. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. In the corner, Murray with it. To the inside, Bellinelli. Gobert with the block.
With plays like that, Gobert can start to get in your head. He covers so much ground.
Back to Moutier. Rebound, San Antonio. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Gay. Another shot. And the layup is good. Gay's got the lead up to 7 now for San Antonio.
Yeah, despite the injuries he suffered in his career, Rudy Gay remains a pretty good athlete.
Back to Gobert. Poeltl with the steal. And now White pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Yep, that one goes.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
And Utah making a change here. O'Neal's checked in. San Antonio also making some changes. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Rudy Gay. And Walker subbed in for Bellinelli. Spurs leading by 10. And there's the pass to DeRozan. Tries a 3. Second shot opportunity for 3. Murray. A 3-pointer is right on target. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Working off ball, something Murray continues to develop. That's a nice play.
Moutier finds Gobert. From deep Ingles. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got 6 rebounds in the game. Gobert with the block. And they get it back. DeRozan dishes to Walker. Outside, White. O'Neal against Poeltl. Lock at 6. Here's Murray with the putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Spurs lead by 15.
And not hard to see why they're on the bad end of this run. Just not doing the job on that defensive backboard.
Here's Clarkson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by the Spurs.
Fires the 3. The rebound by the Jazz. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Passes it to Gobert. Clarkson kicks to Gobert. Stolen by Walker. And here we go with DeRozan running it up the middle. And finished off by DeRozan.
The perfect set of skills to flourish in transition. DeRozan's got it all.
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Nice ball movement by Utah. Ingles in the corner. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gobert. Misses off the right iron.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
It's stolen by Moutier.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jakob Poeltl.
Boy, such a big factor in the game tonight. His intensity on the boards. Even when guys put a body on him, he somehow still beats them to the ball.
Utah with the ball, following the bucket by the Spurs. Shots good by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
Wasted no time on that one.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
They put together some great possessions here at the end. It's a shame they could have used this run much earlier.
Pass to Ingles, back to Clarkson, and stolen by Murray. And oh, here we go, DeRozan, nobody back. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
Free throw drops for Ingles.
I mean, an incredible story how Joe Ingles has gotten to this point. A lot of it's been resiliency, and a lot of it has been sacrifice.
And it's Mills with the ball for the Spurs. Samanic passes to Johnson. Here's Samanic. Good.
The defense is there, but because of the height disparity, there's no real contest.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put
the friendship torch in the foreground, and David. Well, guys, great vision, David. Thank you. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Grizzlies. They're good enough for 8th place in the conference right now, looking to hold on to that. And, of course, San Antonio sitting there 4 spots below.
And, you know, for the Spurs, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
They have their work cut out in the offseason. The status quo isn't going to cut it. There has to be an overhaul.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. And for the Spurs, Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Pirtle. And it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And staying with the play, Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got the first points up on the board here for Memphis.
Oh, he's a sensational offensive rebounder. Valanciunas, he just has the nose for where to be when shots go up.
Murray, the pass to Walker. 5 to shoot. Murray kicks to Walker. Hands it from downtown. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great deep, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you know, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you say?
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the greatness.
No.
Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting the jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
The 17-footer. Pirtle's shot is off.
Oh, you expect him to make those. They've got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Here's Morant. Good on the shot.
Yeah, wiry, strong, and courageous. Morant's willing to slam it up in there if you give him a lane.
The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Anderson against Walker. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does. Count it. Good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Jackson finds Anderson. And here's Morant. From deep, Brooks. And his 3rd shot of the night. No good. 0 for 3. Murray surveying the D. Puts it up from 12. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Here's Morant. And he overshot that one, missing. San Antonio leading by 3.
Well, they're coming in the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, playoff contenders for 7 straight seasons from 2010 to 2017. I mean, a Western Conference Finals appearance in 2013. Now a new phase as they look to rebuild this roster.
Pirtle, no one around him. His 3-pointer's off the mark. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Here's Anderson. The Grizzlies with another miss. And Walker's got the ball here for the San Antonio Spurs. And Chris, in the small market of Memphis, there'd been a resistance to hitting that reset button and going young.
Oh, yeah, with fan attendance dropping in each of the last 4 seasons. I mean, they've reached their pain threshold. And with this team struggling, the writing was on the wall.
Jackson against DeRozan. And stolen by White. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of this week.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Zeller, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for Murray.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
A pass to Gay and finished off by Gay.
And check out the hops from Gay. Just throw it up to him and he'll take care of the rest.
Here's Melton. He's covered by Gay. Melton passes to Chang. Memphis moving that ball around. And stolen by Gay. Stolen away. To stop the drought. And finished off by Chang.
And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
And there's the feed to Mills. Back to Gay. He kicks it to Forbes. It's Gay on the way. And the three ball is good. Gay's got 5 points so far. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs going in. And in 2018, DeMar DeRozan opened up about his battle.
The people saying that.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes as public figures can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
We've got Zeller. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in a shooting guard. So that's who San Antonio starts the second round.
They get away with it here, but that's not a shot you should ever be giving him.
And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. A couple years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Jaren Jackson Jr. is the son of an NBA player. And I'm so old, I covered his dad in college. Growing up, his parents let him find his passion, but the game was always in his genes. Jackson Jr. said, "I've always prided myself on being more than just a basketball player, but I can't deny my laser focus on the sport." Kevin, he's following in his father's footsteps, but looking to create his own legacy.
Terrific mentor, but he's just getting started, David. Thank you. San Antonio making a switch here. DeRozan's checked in. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Memphis. The shot's good from Forbes.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Clark. He's covered by Gay. Brooks, the second chance points on the tip in.
What an active player Brooks is. I mean, he does an awesome job there fighting to keep this possession alive.
San Antonio leading by 10. Back to DeRozan. Pass to Forbes. Chang against Zeller. 6 to shoot. And DeRozan. Here we go.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game. Don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl comes in for Zeller. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bryn Forbes. Here's Valanciunas. Brooks outside. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Jackson. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Hey, Chris, with Dirk retiring, who now has the best fadeaway, you think, in the game from the post position?
It's a man that stole his move. Now, he didn't need to steal it. He just added on to his game. He's a great person. He's not a thief, but he uses that one-leg kick fadeaway, and he's the same height as Dirk. Well, that's Kevin Durant, the best fadeaway in the game, period.
Towns is developing a nice one, too.
Oh, you know what? I love Towns' games inside, and what makes Towns so good is that he can fade away over the right shoulder. And you know why that makes it so tough? Because he can come over the left shoulder with a jump hook. Most guys with the best fadeaways, they have a counter that already gets you hung in on that counter, and then when you're thinking about that original move, bam, they hit you with the fadeaway.
White, he's checked in for the Spurs. Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. Here is the list of players with the most boards in the league this month. The NBA's leading rebounders. Jonas Valanciunas, third.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Here's DeRozan, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And Anderson kicks to Jackson. Deep two from Brooks. San Antonio with the rebound. Spurs passing it around. And he banks in the layup. Brooks has got his second bucket.
He's such an effective scorer. Brooks knows when he should look to capitalize from this area.
For three, Murray. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got his fourth rebound in this one. Nice shot by Brooks.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Spurs leading by 8. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to Murray. Inside, and the dunk by DeRozan.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
Here's Anderson. The shot from the low post is good.
An improved playmaker who does a solid job distributing the rock. Don't sleep on Brooks' vision.
Stolen by Anderson. 1 second left, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 6 and the bucket from Brooks. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. It was all about San Antonio as the game got going. Tenacious on both ends of the floor, they took command early with a 13-2 run. They were executing the game plan well, and after a few early leads. And
we've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. And it's Anderson in at the 3 spot. San Antonio leading by 6. Here's Walker, and it's good for 2. Walker's got the first points of the second half here for the Spurs. The Grizzlies shooting not great, 40% for the game. Morant dishes to Brooks. Passes it to Morant. Valanciunas inside. Defended by Pirtle. Valanciunas, good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Here's Brooks.
What you like most about Brooks is his attacking mentality.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. That's his first foul. A different look now for San Antonio. Zeller, he's checked in for Perk. And it's Bellinelli in for Walker. Here's DeRozan. And he converts the layup. DeRozan's got 10 points in the game.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Valanciunas, good.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
San Antonio leading by 4. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Count it. Forbes has got his second basket of the night.
They're on target from the start of the half. I mean, they're moving well. They're getting some good shots. Now, that makes them 3 for 4 from the field since halftime.
Valanciunas, good.
Well, this is the attitude Anderson brings, a selfless player who loves giving it up to his open guys.
And the emphasis on mobility, a challenge for lumbering 7-footers like Valanciunas.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not going to be the quickest when you're 7 feet tall, Kevin. I mean, in order to earn his keep, he has to be dominant inside. I mean, he has that capability.
Now here's Jackson. From 6 feet. And it's Memphis with another.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Morant passes to Jackson. Here's Brooks. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. He's got 10.
And sometimes it seems Brooks is better at scoring like this. I mean, he enjoys overcoming challenges.
1:43 left in the third. And Zeller kicks to Bellinelli. The 3 from Mills. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
Oh, he just caught the defense napping. He shoots a very high percentage from three-point range when there's no hand in his face.
Pass to Bellinelli. Misses the 3. The Grizzlies trail by 5. Here's Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Morant's got 6.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here is Forbes. He's got 6. Mills with it. Down low. Here's Zeller. And he'll shoot free throw. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
It's good.
Yeah, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting this mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
Morant passes to Jackson. Now Morant. Shoots over Mills. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. And we just finished the third quarter, and we got a tight ball game here. It's San Antonio. They lead by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, he put it on the platter, and it was served cold. Now, I love the poise, the decisiveness. This is how you run an offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Rudy Gay, Murray out there with Derek White. Then there's Pirtle, and it's Walker in at the 3. And it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Walker surveying the floor. Back to White. The dish to Gay. The jump hook. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And the astonishing athleticism of Gay puts defenders in a bind. He knows how to get under their skin.
Rudy Gay hits them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Here's Clark. San Antonio with the rebound. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds here tonight. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jack. Jackson comes in for Clark. Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Morant in for DeAnthony Melton. Now here's Walker. Murray, the pass to Walker. 4 on the clock. Can't cash in on the 10-foot jumper.
He hasn't chipped in with many points tonight. Good thing he has the guys around him to carry the weight.
And stolen by Murray. Here's White. The three-pointer, no good. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Valanciunas finds Jackson. Out to Brooks. Valanciunas with the ball. White covering. And it's Anderson that time on the assist from Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 4 assists now tonight. To the paint, here's Gay, and then Gay with the dunk.
And when Gay is nearby, you have to be aware of his vertical. He really rocks the rims on these jams.
Morant passes to Jackson. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. And Pirtle sends it back. Spurs leading by 3. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got 6 points in the quarter.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Now here's Murray. The kick out to Walker over Anderson. Walker's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 3. Anderson in the post. Working on Walker. Here's Jackson. Anderson wide open. Here's Valanciunas. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And you got to give appreciation to how Pirtle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
Now here's White. Outside, Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. To the inside. Here's Morant. Misses the 3.
Bad shots. This is the time to work the ball inside. Get the best shot possible. That's the way to make the comeback happen.
Now here's DeRozan. kicks to Pirtle. Inside. Here's White. It's over Morant. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one's on Morant. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 6-point ball game.
Good league. It's even better with excellent work at the stripe.
Some nice passing there by Memphis. Pass to Valanciunas. Shoots over Pirtle. Shakes him. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
With the strong motor and basketball IQ, Valanciunas remains unfazed by pressure situation.
Now here's White, and there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
41 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Jackson kicks to Brooks. Jackson against DeRozan. Unloads from 13. And it's Morant missing. And it's the Spurs ball. Giving up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. Such a wide open look. And the Spurs lead by 7.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, the game got away from them, but hopefully they've learned some things, and hopefully they'll be able to make some adjustments next time.
3-pointer. Knocks down the 3.
That's a Ja Morant special, ripping the hearts out of the opponent.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
You got to just have a sense of calm at the line. He has it here, and he just put the game to bed.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks.
Welcome to this very special episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris.
The state capital of Utah, dramatic. Now it's sent down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Head coach Quinn Snyder is trying to help the Jazz break through in a crowded Western Conference. Snyder said, "There's always challenges, and I'm..."
He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. It's getting late in the season. Let's see how the standings are out west. Here we go. We look at the Jazz. They've had a great season, and we'll look to extend that into the playoffs. And, of course, Memphis, and they're down 4 spots from them.
And seeing where Utah is, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
The resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Utah, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, a factor on the glass right now.
Morant passes to Jackson. Gobert with the defensive effort. Utah has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
The Grizzlies have been a winning team for most of the last decade. Injuries snapped their playoff streak back in 18, but the silver lining, a top draft pick they used to select Jaren Jackson.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. Launches a 3, and it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Morant.
Well, Kevin, it takes great confidence in catch-and-shoot situations, and you can see how comfortable Valanciunas is in that opportunity.
And in his rookie season, Jaren Jackson, the youngest player in the league, he seemed NBA ready.
And already he impacts the game on both ends of the floor. A ton of upside with this young man. He's already helping the Grizz win games. Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
And this is why you get the ball into his hands. Let him establish the pace and rhythm of the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley, and it's Morant missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Outside Jackson, back to Valanciunas, and it goes down 2 points. Valanciunas has got his second basket of the night.
Well, Jonas Valanciunas showing good hands and finishing ability inside. And Kevin, this guy on that end of the floor has always been effective.
And the basket by Ingles.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Morant, and he can't bank that one in. Mitchell wide open. Offensive rebound.
See, I think you want more of this from Joe Ingles. He has the size and length to keep plays alive.
Morant passes to Valanciunas. Scoring his third straight basket in 3 tries. Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
Here's Brooks, and he uses the glass on the layup. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
The pass to Ingles. And the rejection by Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ingles.
A chance now to see the numbers for Gobert. Tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. Getting around 12 points a game, 9 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And what is crazy is that these numbers might not even do his game justice. He's been phenomenal.
See, feels like every night this guy does something that just blows your mind. So fun to watch, someone the other players look up to.
Here's Niang after Memphis gets the three. Davis kicks to Clarkson. Back to Davis. Now here's Moutier. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And the rejection by Jang.
Oh, the 7'3" wingspan erases that shot. Nice by Gorgui Zhang.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Snatched away. Goes up and slam dunk by Allen.
Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
And Greg, you want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
And here's Morant. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the
ups and downs of injuries.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
The offense firing on all cylinders. They dominated that first period.
That's exactly the start you want. You take complete command. Now you've got to maintain that focus.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So, on the floor for Memphis. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Clark is out there with Gorgui Zhang. And finished off by Morant.
And the rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. That's good from Morant. And with this summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
Here's Allen. Sinks that one from the post. Allen's got the lead up to 13 now for the Grizzlies.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Davis. And here we go. Morant heading to the hoop. And finished off by Morant.
You love the energy and effort Morant provides, especially when he's on the break.
Clarkson on the wing. The feed to Davis. Shot to stop the run. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line. Doris, basketball continues to gain in popularity around the world, doesn't it? It's amazing to me.
It does. Adam Silver, the commissioner, has said, I believe we can be the #1 spot in the world. Obviously, they'd have to overcome the soccer, and that's popularity. But think about this, Kevin, how inclusive a game basketball is. And the love spans across gender, race, ethnicity, religious affiliation. And the best part about the game of basketball is this, Kevin. When you're growing up and trying to get better, you need a ball, you need a hoop, and you need you, and you don't need anything else.
That is so well said.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the call. Utah the foul.
Tough task trying to corral Clark there, especially when he's looking to score.
Joe Ingles, who's checked in for the Jazz. Conley now comes in for Moutier. And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 17-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. Here's Davis. It's rebounded by Memphis. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers. Some nice passing there by Memphis. from the elbow. Pass to Anderson. Brooks outside. And another miss by Memphis. Jazz have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. On the wing, Ingles. Clarkson kicks to Conley. On the wing, Ingles. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. But they get it back. Tries again. And it's Davis missing. And the Grizzlies with possession. They're on a 12-3 run. Here's Morant. And again, Memphis no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
Passes to Davis. No one near him. That's good on the jump shot.
He is too good a mid-range shooter to leave him that open.
Memphis leading by 15. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now here's Morant, covered by Conley, and it's Morant missing. Jazz have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Occupying that instant offense role, Doris, Jordan Clarkson able to get his shot anytime.
No doubt, Kevin. He's a little bit of a streaky scorer. The challenge is on the defensive end. That's where he has to really improve if he's going to stay on the floor and impact winning.
Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Utah. Jackson, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Morant. Count the basket.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Now here's Valanciunas. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Here's Mitchell. After the made shot from Jonas Valanciunas, Ingles, and the rejection by Jackson. Melton passes to Jackson. Here's Melton. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Jazz with some changes. Rudy Gobert comes in for Ed Davis. And it's George Niang in for Royce O'Neal. And the pass to Mitchell. He feeds it to Gobert. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Pass to Ingles. Clock at 6. Here's Niang, guarded by Jackson. Niang, no good. The kick out to Anderson. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
It's Memphis out in front at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 7. And that'll do it for us, the third quarter.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. And the rejection by Jackson. It's Anderson with the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Brooks with the bucket.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one drops. Ingles has got 8 points.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
And the Jazz making a change here. Moutier is checked in.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
And the rejection by Jackson.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
And another miss by Memphis. Jazz have gotten just 1 of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 10 points for him.
Well, to me, this is what great point guards do. Donovan Mitchell demonstrating just how skilled he is at connecting with open teammates.
Here's Brooks. And another miss by Memphis. Jazz trail by 20. Here's Mitchell. They get a hand on it. Memphis has gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Morant with it. Now defended by Moutier. Brooks kicks to Morant. Pulls up on the wing. That one rolling around and rims out. Jazz have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles. He's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
Mitchell outside. Now here's Moutier. He's covered closely. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer. Mentally, he's got a great IQ. He's a leader, a communicator. And I'll say this to you, on the defensive end, they typically give him a very tough guard.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Davis is checked in for Gobert. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And it's Clarkson in for Mitchell. Here's Niang. Makes it off the glass. Niang's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Kicks it to Clark. Over Davis. Trying to get open is Brooks. And that one's good by Clark. And the Grizzlies lead by 20.
This is why so many were high on Clark there. Love seeing him be aggressive.
Here's Niang, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And a look here at the scoring trend over the last several months for Jackson.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustment.
Jazz trail by 20. From the arc, Brooks grabs the board. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Jackson passes to Brooks. Lets it go from 14. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
And now on our rookie leaderboard, who are the rookies grabbing the most rebounds in the NBA right now? Let's take a look. Take a look at Clark. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
Already in his first season, he's really a man in the paint. Ready-made with the strength and determination to make his presence felt.
Got a piece of it. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Good on the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Nice ball movement by Utah. Niang kicks to Ingles. He dishes it to Moutier. Davis in the corner. Shoots the 3. Goes back up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, this is Emmanuel Mudiay at his best. The aggressive mindset, trying to put defenders in a difficult spot.
And so he hits both. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Stolen by Conley. Here's Mudiay. Clarkson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies riding high with a 23. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. So on the floor for Memphis, they've got Anderson. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Clark, and it's Melton in at the point guard. Just 5 on the clock. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Boy, that is just too easy. As Gobert gets this close, forget about it.
Gobert against Valanciunas. Gobert with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
A shot by Clarkson, no good. Memphis leading by 21. Here's Anderson. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. A lot of switching on every possession in the NBA from a defensive standpoint, and you see the way Doris offenses are adjusting to that.
Yeah, I think number one, you have to attack the switch. That's first and foremost. And it's an interesting balance between attacking and being patient. Because the one thing you're ultimately seeking in every switch is a favorable matchup for yourself. That's where a critical thinking guard who knows where to find and put the ball is so critical to your success.
That's a good way to look at it. And the call will be against Georges Niang. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles comes in for Georges Niang. And Donovan Mitchell subbed in for Clarkson. Sinks the triple.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
The drive by Mitchell. At the elbow, it's Gobert. A lot of people look at that general manager position with the team. I think it grows with some organization, maybe shrinks in importance with others. But by and large, it is more stable than coaching, isn't it? That position of being a GM.
Yeah, and I think, Kevin, if you were to ask coaches, one of the things I've heard sort of thrown out there as an idea is when you list the head coach's record, why not list the GM's record as well? Because the reality is success in the NBA is contingent on so many things. What's your ownership like? What kind of front office personnel? Have they made great decisions? Do you have the best possible coaching comparative to the talent on your roster? So much contributes to winning, Kevin.
Now here's Morant, covered by Conley. They get it back. Pass to Brooks. Here's Morant. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Yeah, when Morant gets it dialed up, he can be unstoppable. Just too many ways to score.
The wide open look here for Ingles. His three-pointers off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Brooks with no one around. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. And that's 11 points for Valanciunas.
Well, I think, Kevin, this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Mitchell against Brooks. Mitchell passes to Ingles. Bank shot, no good.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Grizzlies.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for John Morant.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Anthony Tolliver is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Josh Jackson comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Allen subbed in for Brooks. Passes it to Bradley. Oni. The shot. No good. Excellent D there from Allen. George Niang, he's checked in for Joe Ingles. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Now Morant. That shot, no good. Williams-Goss, the pass to Tucker. Here's Williams-Goss. Allen with the rebound. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
And another miss by Memphis. And there's the pass to Williams-Goss. Buries the long-range jumper. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shoots. Can't hit that one. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fan.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And now, your San Antonio Spurs. And with a proud franchise. Thank you, David. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
The starters for the Utah Jazz. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. And for San Antonio, we've got White. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3 slot.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Well, they call Rudy Gobert the Stifle Tower. Probably the game's most dominant rim protector.
And in today's game, that's not enough. You also have to come out of the paint and defend smaller players in switches. He straddles those two needs better than anyone in the league.
There's the triple. O'Neal misses. And here's the break. Here's DeRozan. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
DeRozan's so good, guys, at taking advantage of whatever situation is there. When he has the opportunity, he gets out and scores in the open floor.
Now, here is O'Neal. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Oklahoma City.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
O'Neal against Walker. Pass to Murray. Wide open shot is on the money.
You know, Murray's game is about putting the ball on the floor, moving without it when he doesn't have it, and driving and keeping pressure on the defense.
Now here's Gobert. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. And it's 6 points for Rudy Gobert.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Shot's good by Walker.
You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
O'Neal gets to Conley. Mitchell left side. Pass to Gobert. Rebound San Antonio.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And it's White missing. Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against Dallas. Conley finds Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Ingles. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. Zone defense, Clark, being played now by a lot of teams. It's amazing that even with that, the point totals just continue to rise.
And you know what? I attribute the point totals continuing to rise to a couple of things. One, the volume of three-point shots that are being taken. And I think teams are playing at a little faster pace universally. You don't see as much walking the ball up the floor as I think you may have seen in years past.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now, here's Ingles. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. Walker in the post. O'Neal's there. O'Neal with the defensive effort. Jazz trail by 3. Pirtle with the steal. And here we go. Murray heading to the hoop. It's good. Murray's got 6.
And, you know, we often talk about the importance of confidence for these young players, guys. Murray's showing plenty of confidence there.
Gobert, the pass to O'Neal. Back to Gobert. Shoots over DeRozan. And Gobert with the basket on the assist by O'Neal. That's now 8 points for Rudy Gobert. White against Mitchell. 17-foot shot on the way. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Now here's Murray. He's got 6. And it's sent back by Mitchell. And here's the fast break. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Stolen by Walker. And the Spurs pushing it up now. Murray with the ball. Pirtle, no one around him. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Passes it to Ingles. Mitchell dishes to O'Neal. Can't get it to fall. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's San Antonio up 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Rudy.
Every year I want to keep getting better.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking. And Greg, you should be talking about winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Volanos. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
They've got Tyler Zeller. Bellinelli is out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. That's the San Antonio 5. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. Here's Mills after Rudy Gay's bucket. Up again, and Gay with the second chance points. Gay's got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio.
Boy, good instincts and timing on display there from Gay. Excellent anticipation.
The 3 from Mills. And Davis pulls it down. And it's Davis with the ball for Utah. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder. And that one good from Clarkson.
And this is the advantage Clarkson has. I mean, he's a big combo guard and can convert through contact. And, you know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drummer. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
That one drops for him. That's 10 points for Rudy Gobert.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
Now here's Mills. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. You were talking about the mid-range and the post-ups. Those are the strengths of DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Well, Coach Popovich has been so successful for decades because he always adapts to the strengths of his players. Outstanding coaches do that in every sport. That shot diet might not work for most other teams, but if it fits the Spurs, they'll go old school and make it work for them.
Now, here's Clarkson. 9-point game his last outing, and it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession here. And Utah making a change here. Conley's checked in. Moutier finds Davis. Here's Niang. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Niang's got his first basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's Mills, guarded closely. Goes up to the stripe. Zeller tips it back in. Zeller's got his second basket.
And, Kevin, they've dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Gay. A 17-point game for him in the win against Dallas. Forbes the pass to Zeller. Shot clock at 6. From outside the arc, the shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got 5.
Well, this is the strength and forte of Forbes' game. He's a lethal sniper from deep.
Conley against Zeller. The pass to Clarkson. Outside, Davis from past the arc. They get it again. Clarkson kicks to Conley. Pass to Niang. Down low and stolen by Zeller. Here's Mills. Again, the Spurs good for 2.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Here's Conley. No good with the layup. And so that brings the first half to a close. Spurs. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3. Man.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Rudy Gobert with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Yeah, you know what? I think he's doing exactly what he has to do. Using his body, shaking off contact, and then finishing at the rim.
Checking out the group for Quinn Snyder to start the second half. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
Conley, the pass to Ingles. Conley kicks to O'Neal. 5 on the clock. Back to Conley. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul. Spurs leading by 8. Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. Lets it go from 11. He can't get it to go. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Outside for Murray. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, they won't have much room for error in that one. A team like this will punish mistakes, but I could see them walking away with this one. Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, Murray showing you he can play above the rim. This guy's got major bounce as he punched that one down.
O'Neal kicks to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Fires from the line. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Clark, there are a lot of great playmakers in this NBA that sometimes we don't talk about or under the radar.
Yeah, there are. Again, so many outstanding players in a league of 30 teams, but you know, Drew Holiday has been outstanding as a big playmaking guard, as good scoring the ball as he is playmaking. Draymond Green, not a guard, but makes decisions and passes the ball like a high-level guard and is extremely valuable in the Warriors' attack. Those two guys are a little bit undervalued for their ability to make their teammates better.
Good point. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And Utah also making a switch. Clarkson's checked in. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
The 6'7" native of Compton, DeMar DeRozan, getting it done. Great strength there.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he is a cool customer at the line, guys. You've got to be when you're shooting 84% on the season.
You know, there's been some improvement in his free throw shooting this year. His percentage has taken a little jump compared to last season.
Mills, he's checked in for San Antonio. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Mitchell kicks to Clarkson. Pass to Ingles. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell.
Boy, that 7-foot frame of Pirtle, guys, really helps on the defensive end.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Boy, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for O'Neal. And it's Moutier in for Mitchell. There's 1:54 left here in the third quarter. And the call will be against George Niang. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's DeRozan. Defense is right there. And finished off by DeRozan.
Tell you what, I don't know of anybody more aggressive at attacking the basket than DeRozan. A lot of his points come off the drive.
Gobert. And Pirtle sends it back. They retain possession. The Spurs have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
One of the things they've done, guys, is taken pride in their free throw shooting this season, and rightfully so.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Davis.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Davis against Gay. Back to Forbes. Gay outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No one covering. Gay's got the lead up to 11 now for San Antonio.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Pirtle dishes to DeRozan. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. The rebound by Niang. Jazz trail by 9. Knocked away. Mills with the steal. A second chance effort and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Emmanuel Moutier picks one up.
You know, Patty Mills is one of a long line of outstanding Australian players who played their college ball in Northern California at St. Mary's College.
Here is Conley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Ingles passes to O'Neal. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. It's hauled in by Gay. Gay's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's DeRozan. Oh, and he nails does it just in time.
One eye on the rim, one on the clock. What a play.
An ideal way to end the quarter with momentum on your side.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And it's Mills with the ball for San Antonio. This is the most they've led by 13 points. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Mills. Rudy Gay is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Forbes in at the 2. And that one's good by Gay. Gay's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for San Antonio. Jazz trail by 15. Pass to Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And really scored most of their points, but he can't score them all, guys. He's going to have to get somebody else to step up.
Here's Forbes. No good from outside. Utah shooting at 51%. Really solid. Clarkson kicks to Ingles. Conley the pass to Gobert. Here's Clarkson, defended by Poeltl. Jazz passing it around. Clock at 6. Ingles dishes to Gobert. Here's Clarkson. Hits the three-point bomb.
Improving shot mechanics. Good height on that jumper. Nice arc. I like what I see there from Clarkson.
Here's Forbes. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Ingles against Gay. Out to Conley. Back to Ingles. Feeds it to Gobert. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Spurs leading by 10. Here's Forbes. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Mills, that's a 2-pointer.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning, I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one. You know, he hasn't contributed well scoring the ball, but obviously his teammates have.
Second chance shot, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Lonnie Walker comes in for Brent Forbes. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills. And stolen by Murray. Gay right side. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock. Gay's got 9 points now in just the second half. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Spurs.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Stolen by O'Neal. Ingles passes to Mitchell. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Mitchell's got his first points of the night.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at him.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. Jazz trail by 7. There's the pass to Clarkson. And here's Gobert. Tipped away. Pass to Ingles. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. Gay with the defensive effort. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's good from long range.
You know, that's a veteran play. DeRozan stays open to all possibilities. That's seeing the game in front of you. Excellent find.
Conley, the pass to O'Neal.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for San Antonio.
This is a game where the defense, steals specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Rudy Gay.
Oh, I liked how he mixed it up on the glass. Wasn't afraid to get in there and do the dirty work. Showed some real grit and toughness tonight.
Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Pass to Zeller. Back to Walker. Now Murray. From the arc. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Conley, the pass to Clarkson. Now Gobert. Lets it go with a three. Off on that one. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. All right, David, great job.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. DeRozan out there with Pirtle. Then there's Derek White. Then there's Murray. And it's Walker in at the small forward position. And for Memphis, Morant and Brooks manning the backcourt. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. And it's Anderson in at the small forward. Now here's Murray. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
To the inside, Pirtle. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Really nice work. Pirtle going to town on the weak defense down in the paint.
Shoots from the right block. And Pirtle sends it back. And he's able to get it back. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. We play just over a minute here in the first. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
And you know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
And good that time.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. And so just over a minute and a half played. Morant kicks to Brooks. 9 feet out. Poeltl with the block.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Poeltl. Wonderful timing right there.
4 on the shot clock. And out of bounds as San Antonio gains possession. Well, it was the Memphis Grizzlies in their last game, a loss to the Trail Blazers. Inside, DeRozan's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Poeltl with the steal. And here's Walker outside. It's rebounded by Memphis. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
Outside, White. Here's Murray. Passes to White. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 5 rebounds tonight. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best role threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
And it's good. 2 points. Morant's got 5.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
Murray for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. Murray, good.
Every time I see Murray, I'm reminded that he has a lot of moves around the cup.
Here's Clark after the basket by San Antonio. Allen finds Jang. Back to Allen. Memphis moving that ball around. Jang with a clean look. Clark the pass to Jang. Over Pirtle. Jang, no luck.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
Right side to Rosen. Now Pirtle. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Cuts off the pass. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. It's stolen by DeRozan. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Gay can't hit.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Allen. The rebound by the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And that one was all about offensive execution. Running your plays, picking your spots.
That was the key message going in. Be efficient. Everyone was on the same page, and you got a chance to see the results.
And so Murray nails both of them.
I can't wait to see Murray reach his full potential. Reason why? Because he has a lot of it.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
I mean, the rebounding was the difference in that first period. You've got to block these guys out.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, and any day really, if you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Clark is out there with Jang. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Allen passes to Jang. Crafty move. It's deflected, and they're able to recover. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The Grizzlies fourth.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long. So that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Gay outside. Steve, the number of timeouts and even fouls have dropped in recent years. Do you think that's brought a better flow to the game?
Yeah, I think so. I know we have so much stoppage in our game, especially when they go to the referee's review. If we could do something about that. But I love that they've dropped the number of timeouts to keep the flow of the game. That's what most fans want to see, just the flow of the game continue.
San Antonio trailing here. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Grizzlies. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. And they take the lead. Forbes has got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs.
Shooting over 43% from distance during his college career. This is Forbes' specialty.
Pass to Morant. Shoots over Mills. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Clark. Morant's got 9.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Gay right side. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And here we go. Fast break, and Morant's got it. Pass to Jang. Here's Morant. Down to the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Continuing to stoke the fire. His shot making has been absolutely superb.
Gay outside. Back to Forbes. Shot clock at 6. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And Mills kicks to Gay. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
And let's review some numbers for Ja Morant. He's right around 17 points tonight, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds.
To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And steady improvement, Smitty, for Lithuanian big man Jonas Valanciunas. You look at his per-minute numbers, pretty impressive.
They are. He'll give you 20 and 10 with 30 minutes a night. But in today's game, it's so perimeter-oriented. Will he get that opportunity?
Mills passes to White. Here's Gay. Lays it up off the glass. Gay's got it all tied up now for the Spurs.
Nice play. Gay with the quickness to get in close and the size to close the deal.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Here's Anderson, and that one clearly a foul. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
The former second rounder, Patty Mills, first made it in this league because of the deep range.
Here's Valanciunas. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
A changing of the guard for the Grizzlies. Their star veterans traded away. They held out as long as they could, but it was time.
And those great veterans, Marc Gasol, Mike Conley, Tony Allen, Zach Randolph had become a part of the fabric, Steve, of the Grizzlies franchise and the city of Memphis.
Tough to move on from that level of connection. All good things, though, have to end.
Here's Pirtle. Unable to get that one. Nice D from Valanciunas.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising it's such a tight game. And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And here's Walker outside. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 8 rebounds in this game. Anderson passes to Allen. And Pirtle pulls it down. The Spurs have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Allen for 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Allen's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
White dishes to DeRozan. Spurs passing it around. The pass to Mills. They need this. San Antonio getting another chance here. Here's White. They get it back. It's tipped. Jackson looking it over. Off target with his 3. And it's Walker penetrating. Lays it up and banks it in. Walker's got his first bucket of the night.
Attacking the defense with the pass.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. For the Grizzlies, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. They've got Pirtle. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3. Murray kicks to DeRozan. Oh, jams it right over Valanciunas. Wow.
When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
Here's Morant. And Pirtle sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Oh, and here comes Walker all alone. And Walker throws it down. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Here's Jackson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. And that's now 6 points for Jaren Jackson. San Antonio trailing here. White finds Pirtle. White against Brooks. 6 on the shot clock. White the pass to Walker. He's off from 17 feet. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Anderson, chalk up 2 there. And it's a 3-point Grizzly lead.
A high percentage look for Kyle. Has the size and length to be a factor inside.
And out of UCLA, forward Kyle Anderson. Some call him Flomo. Why is that?
Well, I mean, not the most athletic player. It's his size and IQ for the game, though, that makes him so effective.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
And there's the strength we talk about with DeRozan, converting through contact. Absolutely terrific.
Both teams deciding to change it up. That's good from DeMar DeRozan. Steve, there are certain players, as we know, who can really back you up and get you on your heels, and then they hit the brakes and they hit you with a pull-up jumper. They're very tough to defend.
Kevin, you said it best. Being able to hit the brakes and stop on a dime, I think is James Harden, Steph Curry, C.J. McCollum, Kyrie Irving. Those are some of those names where guys can go in fast pace, fast motion, then stop and pull up and be on balance and knock down the shot.
It's Gay on the way. Here's Forbes, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Forbes has got the lead up to 5 now for the Spurs. Passes it to Clark. Looking to end the run. Out to Brooks. Fires the 3. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. 1:57 left here in the third quarter. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, guys, one of the things that the NBA has been forward-thinking about is always accepting new ideas. They've got a bunch of them on the table in recent weeks. A mid-season tournament, a postseason play-in tournament, maybe even reducing the 82-game regular season schedule. Now, all of these would be very bold moves, but Commissioner Adam Silver has always demonstrated a willingness to think outside the box. Kevin?
DA, great assessment, good report. Thank you so much. To the paint. Out to DeRozan. 1:11 left in the third quarter. Good work there as it goes. Now it's a 6-point San Antonio lead.
Wow, defensively, for some reason, they've come out flat here in the second half.
And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
You want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, there's an art to snatching rebounds from behind, but most players can't pull it off. Tim Duncan was one of the best.
D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. San Antonio also making some changes. Pirtle comes in for Tyler Zeller. Wes Mills in for Bellinelli. Fires at the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Mills with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Launches a 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Mills has got 6 points.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Here's Melton. No good again that time. Back to Mills. Over Jang. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs lead by 9. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Jackson and Valanciunas, they're in the middle. Then there's Kyle Anderson. Then it's Brooks, and it's Melton in at point guard. Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gay. And Derek White subbed in for Patty Mills. Walker taking his time here. Pass to Pirtle. Kicks to Murray. Outside, Walker. Out to the right wing. The shot from 20 feet away. Pirtle's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Here's Valanciunas. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Stolen by Brooks. Pass to Anderson. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The Spurs shooting 43% from the field. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Morant, he's checked in for DeAnthony Melton. Look out, here he comes.
That was amazing, and look at the elevation.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Now here's Murray. Defense right on him. Got a hand on it. They recover it. And the shot goes in. 9 points for DeMar DeRozan.
And they shot just over 30% in that first half. Not what they were looking for, obviously, but they're getting much better looks here since halftime and have brought that percentage up.
Valanciunas inside. Defended by Pirtle.
Once he gets the ball there, you expect him to capitalize. That was a missed opportunity.
Spurs leading by 7. Now the pass to Murray. Out to DeRozan. He tries for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Stolen by Walker. Out to DeRozan. Takes a 3. And it's Walker that time on the assist from DeRozan. Walker's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Deflects the pass. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
DeRozan trying to get open, and it's White missing. For Memphis, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Right wing. A minute 50 left in the game. He kicks to Pirtle. Spurs passing it around. 5 on the clock. Valanciunas against Walker. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Now here's Morant. He's covered by Murray. It's up a 3. And it's Morant missing. Spurs leading by 8. In the corner, Murray with it. Passes it to Pirtle. Outside for Murray. DeRozan passes to White. 5 to shoot. Throws it up high. Murray, good. And the Spurs lead by 10.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for San Antonio.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And now, on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Jakob Poeltl.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. And that's what he did tonight in volume. He's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
To the middle, here's DeRozan. They get the rebound. Outside for Murray. Pass to DeRozan. A second chance effort. The putback. It's good on the putback.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
White finds Walker. Outside DeRozan. The three. No good. And so it's the Spurs with the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile.